Welcome back to the dorms.
Too bad,
podcast.
Ben.
You guys suck big
Dude,
donkey
you know what?
balls.
That's it. That's all I'm giving.
Welcome
No,
back,
no
everybody.
longer. What the fuck?
That's in
Welcome
the
back.
show for ya.
No more, no
Welcome back.
less.
No. How's everyone been?
That's funny.
Very tired.
Chilling.
You said you were cutting asparagus all day, Ben?
135 trays of asparagus for 6 hours straight.
No human
Jesus Christ.
interaction within that period.
Very, very little.
Very minimal.
I was listening to music the whole time.
Me and Matthew binged all of Demon Slayer season 2 in like 6 hours.
On God.
And I watched Murder Mystery 2. I wanted to talk about that before we get started.
Second one?
I watched it this morning in bed.
Don't spoil it.
I will give you this. I'm not going to say any spoilers.
Okay.
It's definitely not as it's definitely not as good as the first one storytelling wise. That's probably all I can give until you watch it. But I need to talk to you about it then because some of the story elements kind of piss me off.
I like the first one. The first one actually shocked me.
I enjoyed it. I'm not saying that at all, but
Yeah.
just watch and we'll talk about it. And then me and Matthew. Oh, there goes Matthew.
Well, all right.
He's back. What happened?
I don't know. You started bugging out.
So you left?
I did.
Well, everyone.
Garrett was bugging. Had to dip.
I was bugging out.
Nah, dude.
Well,
everybody else was bugging out. Nobody,
Yes, for
everybody
me.
was fine.
Yeah.
And then Matthew just left.
Well, yeah.
Saw the D&D movie last night.
Dang.
Oh yeah, huh? Was it good?
Yeah.
You gave
It
it
was-
an 8.4?
Yeah, I gave it an 8.4. It was really fun, and it felt like a D&D campaign. So, like, if you're a D&D fan, you're gonna love it. But there was
Right.
some things I was like, but for the most part, I liked it. Some of the CG in the beginning was mid.
Was he? Did he just play Chris Pine again?
You know? Yeah.
That's just his
But-
thing, man.
It was hard, and it was
How
funny.
do you typecast yourself as yourself?
Adam Sandler does it, bro.
And I want to explain this though. I've never seen a Chris Pine interview. Okay, that might be a stretch. I maybe seen one or two, but I've not seen enough to know this man's personality. But every movie I've watched with him in it, my bad, in it, he's acted the same. So it's like, okay, that's just Chris Pine. That's how he is. He's not proven to me that he can act any differently.
He's a character actor, but only for playing Chris Pine.
Exactly.
Pretty
like-
accurate.
Just like J.K. Simmons is a character actor, and most of the time, he's just an angry old man.
Yeah. It's because like Adam Sandler does it though, but Adam Sandler does it good.
Adam Sandler, he does it good until it was overdone, and now it's just like he's trying to step outside of like his Billy
weird.
Madison era.
Well, I wouldn't even say that because I think he's been out of his Billy Madison era for a while. I think when he started doing Grown Ups, and maybe even because like Little Nicky, Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, all those movies were characters, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like Grown Ups 2, like the movies that he's doing nowadays, it's literally just Adam Sandler. He's just writing himself into the movie and then building some shit around it.
Adam Sandler's just he's always done it. He's just doing
Like,
whatever he wants.
the
'Cause
way
does Uncut Gems, and then he's doing Hoobie Halloween
Well, the
within
way
like the
he-
same 6 months.
Exactly, but like the way he acts in Movie Halloween, the way he acts in Murder Mystery 2, the way he acts in even Uncut Gems, I feel like they're all the same. Uncut Gems is maybe a little different because
I think
his
it's way different.
character is layered, but maybe for like his more low budget, like because even what movie was it? Is it Hustle? Is that what it's called? His
Basketball one,
movie?
American
yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Oh,
of
American Hustle's different.
That's a good movie. Yeah, Hustle.
That's got Jeremy Renner.
I've seen clips of it because I didn't feel like watching it, so I guess I
I've
can't.
heard
judge
it. All the reviews I've seen is pretty good.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying.
I'm not a big basketball guy.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if he's acting almost the same way, because like Adam Sandler's very much known to like hang out with basketball players in real life.
Yeah. He
You
just
know what I
wants to
mean?
have fun, and I respect that.
But the thing is like I love that he gets to do that for a living. Right? Or not right, but just make his own movies. Just put himself in there. Bring 7 of his buddies and just say, let's make a movie.
I think that's how you know
That's
you
sick.
made it in Hollywood
That's
is
the
when you
goal.
can just have fun doing your job, and your job
That's
is
like
fun.
Adam Sandler is like the blueprint, I feel like.
It's one
Alright.
of the blueprints, I would say.
Okay, maybe not the
Quentin.
blueprint. Yeah.
Quentin just has fun because he can do whatever he
Yeah.
wants.
I do
feel
think
like
like
yeah.
once like Grown Ups did come out, that's when he started like not caring per se, but he just definitely was like, you know what, we can make anything and people will watch it. So
But I
You
feel like
guys see the clip of Quentin like on all of his sets? He has his whole crew and like cast and like, and why do we do it? And then everyone's just like, because we all like making movies, and it's so cringy, but he does it like every day.
man,
That's
I don't know.
weird.
That would suck.
Yeah, I've seen the videos.
honestly, I
seen-
don't think that would suck. That 3-second clip to be working on a Tarantino
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
I'm chilling.
I mean, like I think I saw someone talk about it, and I think it was Austin Butler. He was talking about how so excited to work on Quentin's set, and that was like the coolest thing is when everyone did that, and like the first day he wasn't in on the joke, next day he was.
Mm.
And then like a clip came out of them actually doing it, and everyone's just like super monotone, like, cause we like making movies. And Quentin's like, come on, guys.
Probably
Oh,
know that's
good
like a
old-
Quentin thing to do.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Quentin can be weird.
Very much.
Quentin's just a
weird.
different. He's just a different guy. That's who he is.
He's just a different man.
He's a character.
All right, Miles, you were on the news this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How big of news did we get? I didn't think it was that big.
I didn't really see much.
Not a whole lot, but we got a trailer for Asteroid City.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
saw
Wes
that.
the new
Anderson.
Wes Anderson
Looked pretty
movie.
Yes, sir. My
Tomorrow
heart's
we
in
get a
that,
trailer
bro.
for Blue Beetle.
Goated.
They got a lot. They got a lot of people in that movie.
Bro, that's super big for Maya Hawke, bro. To get into Wes Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dude, she was also in a Quentin
Steve
movie.
Carell.
Steve
She's in a-
Carell's in it too.
She's in a Quentin movie. She's
Everyone's
in a
in
Wes
that
Anderson movie.
Jeffrey Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My
Isn't
boy,
Scarlett Johansson in that movie?
yeah,
Who?
Seen what?
ScarJo.
Yeah.
And we're
Is
getting a bunch of new rewrites for Marvel movies. They got a bunch of new writers to rewrite the Thunderbolts, and it was just like an hour ago that they fired the guy who wrote the Fantastic Four and had some new guy come in and rehire it.
In an hour?
Like the last hour, like it got posted in an hour
wow.
ago that they did that.
Breaking
Which
news.
I'm like, okay. It says
Oh, wow.
Disney also found their live action Lilo for the Lilo and Stitch movie.
They're doing
Why?
a live action.
Dude, they're
Why?
doing live action everything.
Why?
I'm not
Why?
surprised.
It's just money
And
grab, money grab, money grab.
One of my personal favorite bits of news that came out is they're doing a Scott Pilgrim anime series.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
That's
that's
a
gonna
dub.
be sick, bro.
With the
I'm
whole
excited for
cast.
that.
Fire.
Yes, bro. Do you think they're gonna add like all of the? I mean, obviously they're gonna add all of the comic.
That's why Miles is gonna play for a month
I hope the
straight.
characters don't look like anime characters. They look like the characters in the books, and then everything around them is like anime, like the fights and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they got the original writer to be like a part of the show,
And
so I
Edgar
wouldn't be
Wright's a producer on
surprised.
it.
So, well, and they got almost the entire original cast of the
They got
first
everyone.
one. So,
Yes, sir.
They got
Yeah,
Chris
it's
Evans.
everybody.
Who's the only one that's not coming back from the original cast?
as far as
The-
I'm aware of, everybody who's like the
Katsunagi
main
team?
people is coming back.
Okay. The
But
Kadiyanagi twins. That's all I care about.
apparently, within the last couple days, they revealed that Questlove is to direct the new Aristocrats film for Disney.
Yeah.
That's pretty swaggy. Oh, okay. Is it live action?
Probably.
I don't know. It
No
doesn't
clue.
really
Oh.
tell you. I think it's just saying that it's going to be a
But didn't
movie.
Questlove win the Oscar for documentary this year? Or was
Yeah,
that
like-
last year?
That was last year's. I'm pretty
Last
sure.
year.
See, Questlove is really, really good. I'm not doubting his talent at all. But if it's a live action movie, it's going to be trash. You can't
Just
make
why?
you
Why do
can't
we
make
make 'em?
any live action like they try to do with fucking Cats. And we saw that trash can, bro.
Yeah, that Cats is a
Got
weird
dumpster
one.
fire.
Cats is a weird one, especially when you try to make him like realistic cats.
See,
and
Cats
so that's
Cats
what's
is weird because Cats is a Broadway play where people wear cat costumes, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Oh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make people look like cats.
See, the
Just
only
make cats."
the only way, in my opinion, that you can make animals look, I guess, real in real life is literally how they did it in like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like where they keep their cartoon-esque design in the real world, but they didn't want to have that live action feel, and they want to make it feel live action, like live action cats, live action real life cats are singing and dancing in the streets.
Live action
No,
Lion King.
wild.
It's
just
not live
keep it
action. It's
animated,
all
man.
CG.
Okay, I know that's all CG, but still, man, it's still like I feel like it's almost a principle. Like there's just some stuff that shouldn't be messed with, and you feel like I don't know, like I was fine with maybe Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast
Disney's
because it's real
Hercules.
people. Listen, that would be dope
I
because
don't
it's
know. Yeah,
real
how I feel about
people.
Don't
it.
make it. Don't make it.
But okay,
they're getting Danny DeVito to do Phil
If they do that,
again.
that's cool. Because that's
Yeah.
but
the
it
best
doesn't
thing to
warrant an
do.
entire remake, I don't think.
yeah, it doesn't.
But
Nothing
Disney's
warrants any of the
Hercules
remakes.
is my favorite Disney movie.
I feel like
animated movie.
the only Disney live actions that make sense are princess ones.
Princesses.
Literally, but even some of them like are weird. Like the Princess and the Frog, you can't make that
No,
live action.
that's
Hold up,
wild.
I think that could be like if you did do that, don't make the frog look realistic. Make him look like a cartoonish frog.
Like
Exactly,
Who
but then
Framed Roger
that brings me
Rabbit?
back to my original point was saying like if you do that, it doesn't get that live action feel. So
Yeah.
then they just don't brand it as live action. Like Disenchanted never brands it. Like I guess it's a live action movie, but it goes from animated to real. But there's like animated birds. Why can't they just do
Yeah,
that?
still.
You know what I mean? Like if the
Why?
Lion Kid did, I don't know. I don't
Why
know
do
why
they
I'm
just
so
have to
pressed about
remake
this.
the
I really
same
don't,
movie?
but it's just
That's
so
my
aggravating.
issue. There's nothing new to them.
It's just a
Yeah.
cash grab.
It's just the same thing.
If they put something into it that wasn't and like it made it feel like a different thing, I wouldn't complain about it. But they
But
never do that.
The fact
That's
that
why
if
thing
they
is-
were to make it different, then they're just changing the source material. And I'm
Exactly.
not one to be like against changing source material, but when you're remaking a movie, don't change the whole.
Yeah,
Just
so
don't make it.
literally it's a lose-lose situation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Lion King, the only reason that it somewhat passes is because it's literally only about animals in the safari. You know, Aristocrats is about real life cats in like the city streets. It'll look mad weird, like animated or not animated, like live action. I don't know.
Right,
It's
but
just
and isn't the Aristocrats like set in the 70s?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Maybe, probably some.
But here's the question: what's the best Disney remake?
I mean,
For a long time, I said Aladdin.
Beauty and the Beast.
That one's not bad.
I'm not
I like
a fan. I'm a
Aladdin.
fan.
Will
Maybe
Smith
Lion.
did a fine job as Genie because he didn't try to be Robin Williams. He
I
did his
just
own
feel
thing.
like
Yeah.
I just feel like Aladdin is such a
It
gem.
was a princess movie, so that's why it didn't
Well,
do
no,
bad.
but it's such a gem that when it got made live action, well, I've never even seen it, so I probably
I
don't
haven't
plan to see
either.
it just because as a kid, man, I loved Aladdin. When I was like, they're making this a live action, I was like, nah.
Dude, the musicals, like the music numbers in that movie, they're fire.
Hey, they're
I'll say
great.
this,
I've seen
they-
clips. I mean,
It's also funny Guy
Yeah.
Ritchie trick.
Because
yeah,
they
Guy
don't
Ritchie's
make it
alright.
seem it's obviously the exact same story and everything, but it doesn't
Mhm.
feel like it in the sense that of that
Yeah,
particular
because Jafar
movie.
sucks. Jafar's
Well, yeah,
not a villain.
he's not very menacing.
My thing, yeah, like so in. Oh man, because I was literally just watching Aladdin the other day, so this is funny. Just like the way they make Jafar and just other stuff like that, like they just make him menacing. So the fact that you're saying that he's not menacing at all in the live action just makes me not want to watch it even more.
Well,
Just
dude,
'cause
he
that's
looks like a normal
it's
dude.
like,
He doesn't even look like a scary person.
yeah,
He
he's
looks
like
like
I mean, I've seen like screen grabs of the movie, but you would think over time he would get scarier in the movie. Like there's a
No,
whole point where he's like, make me Sultan, then make me like superior to everyone, and he's like
I
100 feet tall, bro.
I
It's like,
will
you can't
say
do that
everyone
stuff,
in
like-
that movie is casted great except Jafar.
hmm
Who plays Jafar in the first place?
I don't
Did you
know.
watch Black Adam, Matthew?
No.
Oh, it's the same guy that plays the villain in Black Adam, who is also a bad villain.
Now at that point, is it because he's a bad villain or is it the actor?
No, it's bad writing. Like the actor's not
Oh
bad.
damn!
It's just the
He
most
just-
generic.
He just
villain
got
writing
handed
ever.
two. He just got handed two shitty scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for
and it's
two
weird
shitty
because,
characters.
like, are you talking about like the devil-looking dude in Black Adam?
Yeah, Sabak.
Sabak. So it's weird because Sabak and then Jafar, they both turn into red. They're both red at one point in the movie, who become really big.
Yeah, and they both suck. So that's just
Yeah.
3
And
strikes.
there's like the one more interesting bit that I found on the news part is Camille Nanjiani and Patton Oswalt are going to be in the new Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel.
I like those guys.
Mm-hmm. I don't know
I
who
haven't
the first
seen
person is.
yet. What the hell
The
is
Big
his name?
Sick.
Big
Oh,
Sick. He was the one dude in Eternals. That
I've never seen that movie.
Bingo.
Oh yeah, he
Bingo.
was.
Yeah, you were. Were you
Bingo.
with us? No, he wasn't with us. He
Wait,
was in his
no,
Garrett,
room.
did
Garrett
you
was
watch?
like,
Have you
no.
seen Adventure Time?
Oh.
All the way through. All the way through.
Again.
Okay. You know Prismo?
Yes.
You're like,
That's
okay.
Camille.
Okay.
Prismo's my boy.
I'm a little ashamed that you had to ask me that question.
Dude, I couldn't remember which one of
We've
you
had
had watched.
multiple conversations.
Dude, this when Prismo sends
I'll
Jake
blame
the
it on
letter and it's like, we gotta hang out soon, bro. And Jake's like, oh, I gotta get this guy a girlfriend.
Me and Matthew are slowly getting through that show again.
What season you on?
Oh, one. We're like 24.
Oh,
We haven't
episodes in.
watched it in like a week.
Yeah.
You guys are on the seasons where it's just like butt and fart jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not until
Well,
like
to be
my
fair, that was
season 3 or 4.
that was a lot of kind of shows like that at the time, though, especially on that kind of network.
Cartoon Network. Dude,
Yeah.
like, I feel like Amazing World of Gumball, that show was so just random at one point, and then it gained a little bit of context
And then it was
story,
like death.
and then it just went even nuttier. Like Adventure Time went down this path of like, let's build a story and some characters and really delve into them. But like Darwin and Gumball, they were the main story, but dude, so much happens in Gumball. It's hard. Like you can't even explain
It was
all
a
of it.
regular show, bro.
Regular show's a whole different story.
Well, dude, it's weird
bro.
because both those shows kind of like they're not very episodic until like a certain point hits, and then it becomes episodic as hell. So
It
that's
gets
why I find it
episodic
very
when they're
weird.
gonna end the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, my favorite Gumball joke is probably when they deliver the pizza. It's like, Francesca, look, they brought us our son. Drops it.
I love the one where it's like, Gumball, make a wallet noise. Throws.
Wow.
And then Darwin, no, bro, that's not how you do it. Just makes a perfect wallet.
That show is so weird sometimes.
Those are the best shows.
Yeah.
I've been
He kind of.
rewatching.
I feel like he knew what he wanted to do. Like whoever created that show wanted to know what they did from the beginning.
The dumber jokes when you're
Chowder?
older are so much
Chowder?
funnier.
Holy shit, dude! Chowder was a weird one.
The Misadventures of Flapjack.
See, dude, Cartoon Network was on a way different flow of energy. Like they were putting out some very just
Deep, like child shows.
But then I remember they made another Jurassic switch to live action, which is funny because we were just talking about it when they were doing like hole in the wall, destroy, build, destroy.
Live action Ben 10. Yo, hole in the wall.
Ben 10 though?
Hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall was
Oh,
fire.
Me and
still.
Matthew watching Ben 10 again too. Dude, it's
Wait,
so
are you guys
fire.
OG Ben 10 or a sequel series?
Of course, OG Ben 10.
I was
We're watching
as a kid.
OG
I
Ben
was
10.
a Ben 10 Alien Force guy.
No. I think
like
out
that.
of my favorites probably Omniverse. I really liked Omniverse.
Omniverse was really.
I was rocking with Omniverse, but Ben 10 original is like the best.
Here's the thing though, Ben 10 doesn't
Classic.
suck until you get to like the newest series.
And I don't think that's a product of. I think that's just a product of the time, because like you look at the Scooby Doo remakes, poop. You look at the Powderpuff Girl remakes.
Powder Puff?
Or
Power.
Powderpuff. Sorry,
I thought he said power. So
Powderpuff is volleyball.
Powderpuff. Yeah, no Powderpuff. What else? Uncle Grandpa. That's not a remake, but that's garbage. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That was ass.
yeah.
See, that's how
what
you
else?
do regular show, but bad.
They made a Johnny Test remake, but they tried to make new stuff, went so bad that they just reanimated the old show.
Damn.
Exactly, bro. This isn't even Cartoon Network. I'm just pissed off. Richie Rich. Did we need a new Richie Rich? Why? Why?
Hold up. But as a kid, I watched that show and I'm like, this isn't that bad.
Okay, but then you realize that there's a Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin that was so fire. But then they made this shitter Netflix show. I'm
But
sorry
Matthew
to
should
Richie
like
Rich.
it. It has Jenna Ortega in it.
What?
Yeah, she's in small.
Right now, I'm on boomerang mode in my head, bro.
What the
Dude,
fuck?
Boomerang,
Like Looney Tunes and
Looney
dude,
Tunes,
the Flintstones, Looney Tunes, the
Jetsons.
Smurfs,
I
the
yeah.
Snorks,
Smurf,
the Jetsons.
Snort.
See, okay,
Oh, brother.
in my
Captain
when I was a kid, not a kid. When I was
Bro,
like
I was
13,
always at my grandma's house watching those.
I come
But I
home
remember when I
every
was
day and watch
13.
them.
Dude, you had like, remember on your TV as a kid, you would have the channel. It'd be like Boomerang was here,
Yeah.
and then it'd be like Teen Nick, and then like Disney Channel. I don't know, like they were all in a row because they were in like.
Dude, I still remember the number
500s, bro.
for Disney Channel.
It was like 535 for the HD channel.
172.
For Disney Channel, what? Mine was 36.
Yeah,
I
mine was
on Dish.
36.
I was 172.
36 and something else.
36 for Disney Channel, 35 for Nickelodeon. Was
Then
it
like
40 for?
Yeah, 40
But
for
it was
Cartoon
like,
Network.
yeah, the 500s.
But if you wanted the HD version, it was like 535, 536, 540.
And then on my TV,
Bro,
it was like
yeah,
100,
540 for Cartoon Network.
120 something for Disney XD.
Yeah. And then I remember it was like
Disney XD was
114.
like 425.
114 was like MTV2. So like you had ridiculousness. That and then like Wild and Out. Dude, when living up in our generation with TV was, bro, by a click of a button, you had any show you wanted. And then I remember when you would start growing up a little further, you'd be like, okay, you watch some Criminal Minds now. Let's go to Channel 24.
No, dude, I was like, I'm watching the Family Channel.
Every Monday night, at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, you would press 24, go to USA, watch Monday Night Raw. Dude, it was so fire.
Every Monday
night, bro. Raw.
Yeah, that TV. And my mom would like step in the kitchen. She's like, "Yo, who's coming out?" I'm like, "Mom, it's John Cena, Triple H."
Dude, speaking about the WWE, they just had WrestleMania last night. Did you guys see that?
I saw Logan's entrance.
No, it was 2 nights ago because it was April.
I'm like, what?
I've only seen Logan's entrance and the Prime bottle that came out.
Yeah, did you see him?
KSI?
Did you see him? Frog Splash KSI. Boom off the outside. So like Logan Paul.
He was going to Frog Splash Roman Reigns.
No, it was Seth Rollins, but.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins threw KSI, who was in a Prime like mascot outfit, threw him on the table and he splashed into him. It was pretty funny. I think it's so funny to me that like I'll go on Instagram. I saw one ad for WrestleMania 39. Like it was just a promo ad. After that, didn't hear anything about it until I saw Logan Paul like post about it. Then I was like, oh, I guess it's WrestleMania today. Go to all my social medias, right? It's only Logan Paul being posted. I don't see anything about the other wrestlers. I just think that's hilarious that like there was no I couldn't find stuff about the other wrestlers. It was just the Logan Paul shit.
Did y'all have any like if you guys watched the WWE, did you guys have any like favorite wrestlers as a kid?
John Cena and Randy Orton, which is funny because they were enemies.
Bro, I can tell you my favorite wrestler of every year from like 2009. Now that's a lot. Just because I like wrestling. But like my favorite wrestlers like Christian, Shawn Michaels, John Cena,
Big Show. Big Show's in there for me.
Big Show, you're a weirdo.
Big Show, bro.
You like big fat men that punch dudes in the face?
Big Show is my man.
Okay, my bad, that's messed
up. The moment when John Cena
Eddie Guerrero,
Big Show. Oh, I loved
when he AA'd the Big Show and Brock Lesnar off the top rope, bro.
Oh, Sheamus. You remember Sheamus?
Yeah, Sheamus was dope. Except until he got a fucking mohawk.
Yeah, around that era.
I remember specifically, like I think it was one of his earlier matches. John Cena was like on the mic, and he's like, "You look like a jar of mayonnaise," and that killed
me. Dude, I'm fucking that shit's so. Bro, you know who else was dope? CM Punk, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I remember a couple years ago. I think it was like 2011, 2012. Like the WWE went on strike, and all the superstars weren't wrestling. And they do a promo on Monday Night Raw. There's not a single fan in the stands. There's no commentators. There's no superstars, and Triple H comes out, and he says some stupid shit, and then John Cena comes out, and then Sheamus comes out, so they all start wrestling or something, and then CM Punk comes out and starts commentating the whole thing. So then it's John Cena versus Sheamus with Triple H reffing it, and CM Punk being the commentator with no one in the stands. And I remember watching it on TV like, what? Like, just so confused.
Dude, some of those storylines though were great.
Bro, do you remember when DX went under the stage to the midget court because they got in trouble for bullying Hornswoggle?
Dude, Hornswoggle was funny.
Damn, dude. Wow, I haven't heard of that name in forever.
Bro, the WWE was low-key really good at like storytelling, like putting together.
But then they just.
Well, I mean, like even
they just stopped.
Well, look at Triple H, bro. Triple H was such a menacing guy for the WWE, right? He had such a menacing storyline. But Hunter, have you guys seen like when he first joined the WWE? Bro, his name is Hunter. His name was Hunter Hearst Hemsley. That's what his name or something.
So that's why he's Triple H.
Yeah, and he's some like royal dude who wore like baby blue like tidy whitey underwear and would come out with like capes and shit. And then he turned into
funny.
Then he turned into Triple H. Like that shit is crazy. The writing is crazy.
He really hit his
the one fight that like
Same
sticks with my head every time we think of WWE is the John Cena versus The Rock fight.
Which one, bro?
Several.
The I think it was one of the final ones.
Yeah, they had two.
All of them. Just all of them.
Like that's
one
where
John
Cena called him out for not learning his lines.
But my favorite one was in 2015, like John Cena. This was like peak John Cena. He had double belts. Dude was the champ. He had them for like 500 days. Bro was like the king of kings. And The Rock comes back and goes, "I'm beating you for your belts at WrestleMania." And I was like, no fucking way. So then they fight, and I'm pretty sure The Rock wins. Maybe John Cena does. I don't know. They fought so many times, but I just remember the promo. Like I used to live like 14, 15 steps away, or feet, I should say, from my nephew's house. So I would go over there every time there's a pay-per-view. I'll watch it with my brother and my nephews. So when I was big into WWE, I was watching everything, bro. Like Rey Mysterio used to be my guy. You guys remember Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara?
Oh yeah.
No? Oh, you guys remember the guy that came on in the limo?
No. Sin Cara was he was a little later on. He had like the light blue luchador mask, had like gold accents.
That was after my time.
Dude would come out front flipping the thing. It was sick, bro. He had this arc where he fought like a nega version of himself in the WWE. Shit, bro, they look the exact same. I'm pretty sure they were twin brothers. Bro, it had the same tattoos. It was crazy. It was crazy, bro. Watching WWE in like 2008 to 2016 was peak. 8 years of peak. It was 8 years of
I watched from like 2007 to 2011. John Cena, man.
I remember at least when Daniel Bryan joined, I watched for a little bit then, and then I kind of stopped and started watching some other stuff. But then,
bro, Daniel Bryan.
I would watch every WrestleMania almost until like last year.
Bro, Daniel Bryan is fire.
Yeah, but he was one of my favorites when he came on. Mm-hmm.
Dude, you guys are opening up my WWE floodgates, bro. I'm remembering so much stuff. Like I remember my brother took me and my nephews to before it was called the Ball Arena, the Pepsi Center, and I watched it wasn't at the Pepsi Center. It was just at the auditor somewhere in UW, but it was in Laramie. And I watched Dolph Ziggler fight John Cena. Shit was sick as hell. I got to dap up Dolph Ziggler. It was pretty cool.
I got a signed picture from John Cena, but I have no idea where it went. After I moved, it went missing.
Yeah, I bought a signed shirt from John Cena and, screw out of it and stuff.
Me and my brother, we would reenact like famous moves on our trampoline. But since we're not fighters, we would often hurt each other fairly badly.
I'm pretty sure that's just a common thing. Because I remember in my basement one time, I fucking Batista balled my nephew, and he bounced off my bed and hit his head on my concrete wall. started bleeding. I felt so bad. But I remember they were like, I want to learn the moves, and I was mastering them with like pillows. But then again, my nephew didn't weigh the same as a pillow, so I woo, boom, smashed his shit.
So he doesn't have a nephew anymore.
Well, dude, we would make up our own storylines and everything, and so that's what made it
Whoa.
fun for us. Like we'd be like, no entering the ring,
like that
whatever we
South
had,
Park
what we had called
episode.
we had called ourselves.
You'd get your own intro and everything, bro. I used to come out. I used to like roll up my shorts, and my name was James Garrett because I just switched my name because I'd be like Garrett James is a shit like a shit name, and John Cena was like, hey, I changed my name, and I was like, oh, I bet, so I'm just gonna make it James Garrett. Boom, perfect. I had like an intro and everything. We made a fake ring in this like my nephew's room. We went all out for that shit, man. And then like then like the parents would come home. You get caught. Are you really beating up your nephew? No, we're just reenacting the WWE. Relax.
Come on.
Dude, yeah,
He doesn't actually feel this pain.
Yes, he does. Though.
My brother had gotten like a WWE belt for his like birthday or something, and we went out to the trampoline, and we're like, who's gonna take the belt home? And I think I clotheslined him so hard his knee went into his fucking face, and he's just laying on the trampoline just bleeding, and I'm like, well, I guess I take the belt, and I ran out the trampoline.
Bro looted the body.
Yeah, bro really had a hit and run. Really?
I went.
My trampoline days, it was all Ninjago. We'd go out there, we'd make our own ninjas, make our own ninjas and what like element we had, and then we'd take our. You guys remember Tinker Toys?
Yes.
I don't think so.
They were like, mine were plastic, but they were like plastic rods that you put in together. You can make like structures and shit. We'd go out there when you make weapons and just smack each other with like these plastic rods.
No, I wasn't. No, that wasn't me. No.
I was always a lava ninja with a scythe. So Cole's my favorite ninja.
So obviously your nephews were younger than you, Garrett. Did you ever have a trampoline growing up?
No.
Did they have a trampoline?
No, we should just jump on the bed. That was our trampoline, buddy.
Man, because when I was talking about like my brother and I doing the wrestling thing, my sister joined in at one point, and I jumped so hard on the trampoline to like knock someone, like do something. She went back on her back and flew off the trampoline.
Yeah,
dude. Let me tell you,
a couple times to my brother.
Probably me having a trampoline probably would have solved so many problems because we have that.
No, it would not have helped your scoliosis.
As a kid, bro. As a kid, like watching WWE, of course, having a trampoline is what you fucking want. And fuck you, Matthew, you're a bitch. You want a trampoline though?
That's great.
Man. I'm actually curving in this chair right now as we speak. No, but
yeah, I am too.
Dude, having a bed, bro, it created so many problems. Like you never think like AAing your nephew is gonna bounce off the bed onto the floor.
Yeah, you never think about that.
I didn't, bro. I swear to God, it sounds like, is this kid just stupid? Yes, that's the truth.
If you suplex your nephew, something will happen.
No suplex. It's just a lot of the Big Show, Big KO. Hey, watch this. Just a quick way.
No, mine was always me and my cousins like halfway filling up an air mattress, one of us laying on it and the other one jumping onto it.
Dude, that's fucking fun. My dad's like a heavier set dude, and so me and my brother would lay on the end of it, and he would smack on the end. We'd fly off and go different directions. It was so much fun as a kid.
Dude, my best trampoline story is like I was really tired, went out and just like took a nap on the trampoline because it was like in the summer and it felt nice. But I was like taking a nap out there, and my brother comes out and he hops on the trampoline and he's like, Ben, wake up. And I'm not doing anything, so he just starts beating my back. And my mom, she opens the door and she's like, boys, it's time for dinner. And so my brother's like, okay, I'm gonna go. He hops off, he like stands up, and I stand up and I Sparta kick him off like the 4 feet trampoline. And then we go inside, he's crying. He's like, Ben kicked me off the trampoline. I was like, did he deserve it? And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay.
Damn. She took your side immediately. My mom was like, you kicked your brother? I'm like, yeah. She's like, did he deserve it? I'm like, yeah. And she would still be like, go to your room. She'd ground my ass.
Nah, bro, like the little brother treatment I endured is wild, dude. My brother sprained my thumb one time, shut the door, pinned himself against the door, was like, if you tell mom, I'm gonna beat your ass. Dude, I was like sitting there. I'm like, and he's like, "Go lay the fuck down, little bitch." Nah, he didn't say
Sleep it
anything
off.
like that. But seriously, like, little brother treatment sucks. But it's also fun as hell when you can do it to when I used to do it to my nephews. Because that's just the circle of life. That's how it goes.
My
Until
friend
middle
my friend had
school.
a trampoline, and this friend he was obsessed with Star Wars to the point where like that's the only thing we played when we went to his house. Like nonstop lightsaber battles, Star Wars video games, playing with Star Wars Legos. And there was one day where I was like, I kind of want to play something else. And he's like, get out of my house.
Huh.
I
What
was
the
like,
hell?
all right.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have friends then, bro. Hell nah. I shot my nephews. It
Star
sounds
Wars fan
sad.
base, man.
Star
Mine
Wars
was my
fan base.
cousin.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know, bro. I just think like I moved a lot when I was a kid from areas. So, you know, you never really keep until I came to back to Cheyenne. Then I met this idiot in the bottom left corner. Dude, that video you sent me today, bro. I keep seeing like little young videos of me. Can I send this? Can you pop this up on the screen, Miles? Can you pop this video I'm gonna send you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me make sure it's appropriate first.
Is broken, my life is shit, and it's him with a gun next to his head. He's like gonna die soon. I was like,
Dude, so
Pretty
I
sure
found
it's
like a thumb drive, like an old thumb drive I had, and I was going through it, and I found videos of like me through freshman year to to junior year, and there was just an entire section of me, Garrett, Braden, and Joseph in a hotel room, just beating the shit out of each other with pillows, and then Garrett fucking kicks me against the wall with a pillow on my chest. Those
You
videos
good?
are fucking weird because
Watched too many Bruce Lee movies, bro.
Garrett's almost butt naked, and he runs across the room at me and like fucking side kicks me into the fucking bed.
Nah, Garrett, you should have him pop up one of the photos that we got over spring break from Brandon.
No, no, dude, it's not saving for some reason. But it's just a video of me in high school, bro. When you I've been seeing these videos, and the more you see yourself as a kid and where you are at in your current life, it's wild. And I know that's no duh, that's how it works. But bro, I'm like, this kid doesn't have facial hair yet. I'm like, this kid's still wearing Hawaiian shirts and cargo shorts.
I look at myself from was it junior year and before. I've had a facial hair since my senior year, every single day. I look like a chump without facial hair.
You saying the word chump makes you a chump.
Bro, look like a dork.
So are you one then too, Garrett? Because you said it.
No, I was just pointing out the obvious.
Right, he's a chump.
No, yeah,
Anyone that wears headphones over a hoodie, bro.
it's a real chump move. Yeah, what's Ice Spice say? I'm not a munch, I'm a chump. I'm a chump.
No shot. You just mentioned Ice Spice.
I love Ice Spice, man. That's my girl. Yeah, if I could, I'd meet Ice Spice. I think that'd be cool. I could contain myself.
Wait, you say meat?
Could you?
Yeah. Like if given the
I thought
opportunity,
you said
I could.
beat, and I was like, you're gonna beat Ice Spice?
You're just gonna beat her ass.
Given the opportunity, I would.
Whoa.
Benjamin.
Ben.
I was quoting Garrett.
Hey, out of context, you're fucked, buddy.
This clip will be going up on the TikTok.
No, but honestly, if I could meet her, I think I could contain myself. I don't think I'd.
No,
I wouldn't be
think.
starstruck. No, I wouldn't be.
You'd just be instantly horny.
Well,
I mean, it's probably true, but
Sure.
it is what it is, man. That's just how life goes, dude.
Matthew's a munch.
Matthew does.
I'm a cat.
No, Matthew is like your sister's best friend, and you're like, who is this guy? And she's like, oh, don't worry, it's my best friend. And you're like, oh, okay, because you look at him, and you're like, oh, I don't gotta worry about this fella.
No, Matthew's your the hot girl's little brother's best friend who just tries to hit on the hot sister, but fails every single time.
No, Matthew's the right-hand man of the high school bully.
What?
He just follows in the
No.
entourage.
Dude, you're your own side character in your own script, Matthew.
No.
Now let's be real, dude.
It's
He's the anime
hilarious.
kid.
No.
I have the power of anime and God on my side. Of course, you know the rest of that shit. Of course, you know, bro. Oof. In these last 2 months, I've like fell in love with screenwriting more and more. So like, I kind of pick up on the story more right now. And dude, it is so fire, bro. Like, I've been trying to figure out like character building. Like, how do I really develop someone in a TV show, right? Because movies are different. In TV, you have more time to develop characters. And Demon Slayer is doing, bro. Demon Slayer really did it in like 30 seconds. If you know what I'm picking up on, Matthew. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's not even just a Demon Slayer thing. Maybe it's like just all anime. Because I feel like most of anime has very good storytelling. Like Death Note, bro. The writing in Death Note is superior. The movie,
Well, yeah, the movie's
I
garbage.
watched it.
but yeah, that's just another point, bro. Why does everything need to be live action? It was so good.
Full circle moment.
Well, because
Well,
dude,
you were
anime
saying we don't ever
especially
talk
doesn't
about
work.
movies. No, I'm just kidding.
Anime doesn't work in live action 99% of the time. It's
Never.
that like one little thing that's happened
There's no-
somewhere.
There's only
He's
the
talking about
only-
Dragon Ball Evolution.
The only live action animes that work are slice of lives. Like Toradora will perfectly work as a live action anime.
But
because
you
you're just
shouldn't.
no, it shouldn't be. And I'm never saying don't ever make that. If you're out there and you want to
If
make
you're
a
Netflix,
Toradora,
don't do this
stop.
because it's only
Stop
Netflix.
that now. No, but
Netflix making
those are
MHA.
those are the only ones that could work because it's literally just watching people's day-to-day lives. But with Death Note, you can't.
Erased?
It doesn't, bro. With Death Note, it makes no sense because you're making a live action demon. Like I don't know. Like it's just and Misa was so bad in the movie. Oh my, Misa was so bad.
There's no point. But
just no
they're
point in
making a
doing it.
live action My Hero, right? I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it. But I really want to see how it looks because dude, some of the characters in there, the guy with like all of the arms and it's attached by like flabs of skin, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Dude, and this is okay, this is gonna sound fucked up, but it is what it is. Every anime girl, most of them have huge, melons, breasts, whatever you want to call them. They're big, right? They're massive. They have to emulate that in real life, bro. And if we're
it's
trying to
hard.
go for accuracy, they are very
Like, One
much
Piece
over.
is hard.
Yeah, like stuff like that. They're obviously overdrawing them because they can do what they want, and to make that realistic is stupid. I've kind of recently, man, I've been staying away, or not like I guess subconsciously I have been like staying away from like what's the word it's called, like mainstream. What's the word, like big movies, blockbuster movies? You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like John Wick 4, Creed 3.
I guess stuff like that. I was thinking more like Interstellar, Inception, movies like that. Even though I've seen both of those, just those scale movies, and I've been watching more. I guess Menace to Society is a movie like that, but I feel like it's not as like big as Interstellar. So I was like, I've been watching stuff like that, more low scale or.
And
I guess
if that's the bar, man, holy shit.
Literally. It's what if Interstellar is what the bar.
If
Like the
if
top of
Interstellar
the
is the
top?
bar of like blockbuster, damn, dude, everything underneath that.
No, I think the
Trash.
bar for what's the bar for blockbuster? That's kind of a good question.
MCU.
What's the worst best movie?
What?
Because that's what I'm thinking. Like the bar for like blockbuster, right?
Like what's the worst, most popular movie?
Not worst, but like out of them, you're like, okay, that's a blockbuster movie, but
That
like,
sucks.
but not as blockbuster as these. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was gonna say Avatar,
Yes.
but
Oh wow, no. I was thinking more like maybe like Guy Ritchie films.
dude, Guy Ritchie, he's just making movies that no
Like-
one cares.
Like Michael Bay stuff, like Transformers. I feel like that's like right on the
Yeah.
edge of blockbuster.
Michael
No,
Bay,
those are
he's also in
definitely
like this
blockbusters,
weird.
dude.
He's in this rut
Yeah.
of he did Transformers and Ninja Turtles, but he
Right.
just did like
Now we can do
Ambulance. Weird.
Yeah, maybe Rango? I don't know, like Lone Ranger?
Rango.
I'm trying to think, like, because Rango's
The
a
Lone Ranger.
blockbuster movie, bro.
No, it was not.
Rango was
It was a
massive, buddy.
kids movie.
Rango was not.
It
Rango
was not a blockbuster.
Rango
You-
was a hit, bro. Not in the
you-
box office. But it's
Yeah,
definitely a
which
hit.
means it's not a blockbuster.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are going.
We've talked about this before, Garrett.
Okay.
We've talked about
Marmaduke is a blockbuster, but it's not an actual blockbuster. Because Marmaduke is
is not a
crazy.
blockbuster.
That shit was crazy, bro. Everyone likes
No.
Marmaduke.
That's not what a blockbuster is.
never watched it.
A block, like I
I-
really don't know how to describe a blockbuster.
I know what a blockbuster is. Like, I know what an actual. We had this
Blockbuster is a
conversation
movie
like a
that
month
draws
ago.
everyone to the theater because it's out.
I literally feel like we had this conversation.
Probably.
Last year.
I was on
Was
the
it last
podcast,
year?
but it was definitely in
Yeah.
person at one point.
Yeah, I swear it was like in the cars.
Thinking Marmaduke is a blockbuster.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I was
Marmaduke
maybe I
is
was a
in
little bit.
theaters, bringing everyone in.
Maybe I was being a little facetious, a little sarcastic, reaching a little bit. But what I'm saying is Marmaduke is still a really loved movie. Maybe not anymore because it's like 15 years old. But in
I don't
like
think anyone
2000,
talks about Marmaduke. And I watched
not
that movie
anyone-
a lot.
I don't know. I feel like if you ask a couple 10-year-olds, they'll be like, I like Marmaduke if they've seen it,
No.
of course.
At least nowadays, dude.
No.
The
People do not
Marmaduke
know,
they
kids do
know
not know
is the
about
one that was on
Marmaduke.
Netflix that
Like,
with Pete
that
Davidson.
came out last year, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
That
guess.
did awful.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
They also had J.K. Simmons.
Oof.
But that's kind of like
Yeah.
what J.K. Simmons does. He just takes roles.
He just does shitty film. No, no. I would say he's got a
I'm
better.
about to be pressed.
Ben had rageful eyes right there. He's
Yeah,
about
I
to
will
take off the
say
sun.
though that like a
Nice.
blockbuster
I don't know.
is definitely the MCU
I'm an
movies,
anime
like
guy.
superhero movies.
Do you think
because-
that's like the low?
No, if that's
No.
we're talking
I
about
was
blockbusters.
like, holy. Yeah, I know
If-
what a blockbuster is. I was just fucking around. But
I'm
like
just like, if we're talking about
the
like the low,
Goonies,
that's not a low. That's like a high.
I'm saying
I'm
movie
really
scale because it's
confused on this debate.
Oh, if we're talking about a
'Cause
movie
it's-
scale,
because it's
like,
Spielberg, of course. But what I'm saying is like the Goonies itself is like, okay, that's a blockbuster, but these blockbusters are better.
I'm so confused.
Hold on, someone's knocking at my door. I'll be right back.
someone knocking at his chamber door.
I am
Oh,
the one
yeah,
who
the one
knocks.
who knocks. Skyler.
Skyler. Batman. No Joker.
Where is she?
Breaking Bad.
There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
I don't know what.
Breaking Bad.
I don't.
It's
I
Batman
don't know.
and Robin.
Am I not being clear enough? I feel like. No.
No. You're making no sense.
You're like
okay.
saying it's a
Uh.
blockbuster, but like, what's the blockbuster?
Because because Interstellar is like at the top of the blockbuster railing, or like rating,
No.
right?
No.
You don't think though? You don't think that's like one of like
Oh.
the best?
So what's
That's
in
not
like
what a
what's an
blockbuster is,
enjoyable
though.
movie, but like these movies surpass that movie? And
Okay. When you think of Interstellar, what are the ones that pop off the head? Like Jaws,
Endgame.
Endgame, Inception,
Avatar.
Interstellar, Avatar. Yeah.
Infinity War,
that's
those
the-
are blockbusters.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, of all blockbusters, what are the few movies that they're like, okay, those are blockbusters, but they're just like, that's like the lowest of the blockbuster? Because then you get what I'm saying?
still no.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah,
Well, it's a blockbuster, but
yeah.
it's not as good as the other blockbusters.
that's what I've been saying this entire time. Those
But
exact
that's not what you
words.
said.
That
I
is
said,
not-
what blockbuster is here? And I like to my original one was, which of those the worst blockbuster?
I was just whatever. From what I understand, a lot of those, breaking the box office is what I think of like when I think of a blockbuster. And
Marvel.
if the lowest bar is like, I don't know, what do you think is the lowest bar of that? If that's what get
Captain Marvel? Yeah, it's pretty low. Yeah.
The new Lion
Wonder
King.
Woman 84.
That wasn't a blockbuster. That was on streaming.
Well, technically, I saw it in
It hits a
theaters.
theater. I saw it.
I saw it in theaters.
Wow.
I
saw it in theaters.
It was ass, but I saw it in
Yeah,
theaters.
that's not
A
a blockbuster.
blockbuster is something that considers that's doubling its budget or more.
Mm.
And so if anything doubles like what they had spent on the
Best of
movie,
the best,
then it's a
Dark Knight.
blockbuster.
Dark
You
Knight's
said the best of the
tier
best?
blockbuster.
Yes,
Well, that's
yes.
not a blockbuster.
Bottom
What do
tier,
you mean, Mom?
Captain Marvel.
Damn, if Captain
agree.
Marvel's your bottom tier, then like a lot of movies are
It
garbage.
did numbers, but it sucked.
I would say Eternals then.
I don't think it did numbers.
Definitely did. I'm pretty sure.
It brought like numbers
get a fact
in,
check?
but it was not good.
I feel like we're forgetting some big ones, dude, that were
Yeah, like-
floppers, but did great.
Black Adam.
It's not.
Was
a,
that a-
that was a flop, but it's not a
Yeah.
blockbuster.
Yeah, that was a flop.
It was supposed to be a blockbuster,
was supposed to
but
be,
no,
but it
it
wasn't.
flopped.
400 million for the box office for Eternals, and their
Yeah, it's not
budget
great.
was 200.
Not great.
So they
No.
doubled it. They doubled it.
They doubled.
They
So
doubled.
it's a
Not great.
blockbuster.
That's a shitty blockbuster. Maybe that's
Exactly.
Didn't
That's
even
what
hit
I'm
the
saying.
fives.
Oh, I will say, Murder Mystery 2 is a better movie than Glass Onion.
I didn't like Glass Onion, but
And this is why I say that.
Oh, Garrett.
I will say it's a little. It's just
Don't
it's
get
a
professor.
no. Listen, it's a little predictable. The movie is just a little predictable, but it's way funnier. And there's a bunch of like cool shit. Actually, never mind. I take that statement back because I just
Thank you.
remember what happens in the end of the movie. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry.
That statement is just dumb.
Glass Onion was still like. The more I think about
No.
it, it's alright.
just dumb.
This movie, no, Murder. Okay, I wanted to tell you this morning, Miles, bro. Murder Mystery 2 introduces all of their characters hella well. You should just watch it just for that, honestly, just because of your script and shit.
Maybe.
Because in Glass
Ponder
Onion,
it.
bro, in Glass Onion, they don't introduce them good. They all just get a fucking box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, then they all get a phone call. Okay, then you have to learn it, you know? But in this movie, they do it pretty cool. I like it a lot.
They literally explain the characters and how like they became friends and like who they are as people at the like near the end of the movie.
Yeah. And that movie, and I couldn't tell you what a single person in that movie acts like outside of I can't remember their names. What's the girl's name? Starts with a P. Blonde girl. Dumb girl. What's her name?
Oh,
bro?
You're talking about Glass Onion?
Well, now it's like Drew Barrymore.
No, it
Not
starts
Drew
with a
Barrymore.
P, bro.
What's he talking about?
I know who.
Glass
It's Kate
Onion.
Hudson.
Blonde girl. Kate,
It's Kate
yeah.
Hudson.
Oh, Birdie?
Birdie. Oh, I don't know. I thought it started with a P.
I thought
Okay,
you were
well,
thinking her name was Paris Hilton.
no, Birdie, we understand because they kind of explain it at that table. It's like Birdie's a supermodel and some other shit like that, and that at the party she's kind of a dutz. Other than that, like, dude, we don't know anything about the science guy. We know homegirl's married, but that's about it. I don't know. I just feel like the characters weren't
I
that
think you're just
fleshed out.
forgetting because I remember it.
I remember
She's a
everything. I
senator.
do.
She's like a senator, right? Or like a
Yeah,
governor?
I know. I'm saying that we know about that, but we don't know anything about her. Like, I feel like their characters
don't
weren't
need
fleshed
to.
out. I feel like you do though in a murder mystery story like that.
You
You
should.
could get at
You
get
got
at their
their-
personalities,
All you have to know is their motive and their personality.
but we don't. I feel like you don't know their personalities. They're not fleshed out.
Well, think about the first Knives Out. What can you tell me about the family?
That's
They're
a
all
whole
assholes.
family, bro. That's a whole
They're
family,
just rich.
and their personality.
They're rich
goes-
assholes.
I feel like they're more fleshed out though because you have the one guy who's the son of the bookkeeper. So them being a family just adds it all in because you see their personalities come out. They don't have to like put on an act. They know how their family members act. But the one girl who literally was putting on an act the whole movie didn't get like sniffed out. That's what I'm saying. I feel like
What
maybe
about Clue?
I haven't seen Clue in absolutely years. Maybe I need to rewatch it, but
Okay,
I couldn't tell anything.
murder mysteries kind of follow this formula of they introduce the character
Mhm.
and you only have to know what their tie is to the murder and the person, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you
But
should.
You have
I
to
feel
know
like
what
to
their
make it
what their
interesting, you should
gain would
know
be,
other
and if they had an
characters, though.
opportunity.
it's funny because me and Miles, well, I guess not me, but Miles has been doing so much research on this shit. Just in class, we talked about this the other day. Like Jeremy was saying everything you were saying, but then he was also saying you need something to separate yourselves from every other murder mystery, which follows that
Right.
trope. And I think giving them more fleshed out personalities,
I don't
in
think it's a
which
trope, though. I think that's just how you do it to make the story progress. You don't want to spend too much time on every single character
no,
because
I'm
then
not
you're
saying
just
that at all.
bored. Because if you've
I'm
seen Murder on the Orient Express, that movie does it, and it's so boring.
hmm
Have you seen Death on the Nile?
I don't want to.
They did almost the opposite of that, and it's bad. Like Gal Gadot's in it, and she marries Army Hammer,
Hannibal?
and it's weird because it's so fucking stupid. He ditches this one chick to be with Gal Gadot, and then it turns out it's a fucking weird movie. I don't want to have to explain it, but you learn not a lot about the characters, and they just seem like pointless people to be on this in this movie.
So I feel like you learn. Okay, yeah, like learning someone's motive because obviously it's like it's probably the butler because he's so close. So obviously he would have a tie, like that whole thing, right? That makes sense. I get it, but I feel like, especially the reason why I like the way Murder Mystery did it is because the first thing these people said is exactly how they acted the rest of the movie. Like there's a one guy who says some really pervy shit, and then as the movie progresses, you find he's a really pervy guy and does some pervy shit. So then you could just his personality was playing off that. But
That's just
in Glass,
lazy.
it's not lazy. You just gave that whole the guys like you gave the guy like a character, a personality. You know,
It's
it
just a
separates.
one trait character then.
They can't. Yeah, but they have to be like well written characters, but also you can't have
Well,
one personality
no.
trait the entire time.
I'm saying there's more to it. I don't want to give the whole story away, but that's like his shell. You know, like there's a shell. Like most people's protagonists, their shell is they're just selfish or experiencing shit like that to beat it. You know, like Tony Stark is selfish, right? And then he becomes to do selfless acts. That's what I was saying. There's more to him, but like his core, I guess, is just being a pervy guy.
I
Shit
think
like
he
that.
also
I
just
just
picked a
feel like
movie that nobody else has watched, and it came out recently. So when
that
we
is
do watch
literally
it, we're like,
came out 3 days ago. But I just like the way they introduced the characters. Maybe I need to watch Glass Onion again. I've seen this shit 3 times, but I don't know. I'm just the more I thought about it, because in the beginning I was fucking with Glass Onion, but
I've
then
seen it. I've seen it once, and I can tell you why everyone is there
because they're all
and what their
friends.
motive
That's
is.
why.
yeah, I can
Well,
tell you.
most of them are the same.
Yeah, I can tell you everything as
On why
well.
they're there.
But I just feel like their motives are great. The motives in this movie, not so good. I will give you that. Their motives are whatever.
I mean,
They're
how
but a
much were
motive
you
is a motive.
expecting?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much. I really wasn't. But a motive is a motive. I'm just saying. I guess what I'm getting at is what Glass Onion did really well is the motives, and what this movie did really well was, I guess, building the characters a little bit more.
Interesting.
I don't know because I guess they had more time to as well because they already had Audrey and Nick to. They already know, you had an entire movie to be with them. The Colonel's back. You guys, know that, right? So we
It's
spent an
been like
entire
2 years
yeah.
since I've seen the first one.
Yeah, you spent an entire movie with that guy, and then the Maharaja is back, which you spent another whole movie with that guy. So that's 4 characters they just didn't have to worry about. I guess 5 because you see another dude. So that's 5 characters. You know what I mean? So I guess maybe they had more time to build everyone else.
Interesting.
It could be a sum of different things. Also, Miles, you can cut this part out, but I think you should put this conversation like somewhere else within the podcast.
I'll think about it.
Because I feel like it's a little weird, like right after the game, because it was a good conversation. So if we
Yeah.
put that one
I
big
d-
cut,
the
but I
one
just don't think
thing-
you're. Oh, what were you
like
saying?
just about editing, but it's whatever. Going back to the topic of like murder mysteries and how like they work. Garrett said it earlier. I've been trying to write one for class, and I had to do a lot of research on what they do, and obviously, story is like an important part, but their motive is more important from what I've researched. It's like In Clue, there's 3 different endings, and depending on which ending you go for, is like what happens.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
because they're all suspicious of something, because they're all being blackmailed. But
That's what makes a good murder mystery is everyone can be the killer.
Mm-hmm. I think Clue just did it so good that every other like thing after is just gonna be.
Clue's like the building block.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not the first, but it's like the building block.
But it helped like define what it can be, like a comedic murder mystery could be. Because before that, not a lot of them were comedic. A lot of them were taken very seriously because they were based off Agatha Christie books,
Right.
which were mainly murder mysteries. Like Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile are books in her series, and they're all boring as fuck.
Yeah, stop making those movies.
Yeah, they're just
Like,
hella
keep making
drawn
murder
out.
mysteries, just not Death on the Nile.
I think you can make good murder mysteries. Just don't make
You can. I've seen
Agatha
them.
Christie murder mysteries. If you're going to do it, make the
Hold on.
characters interesting.
Hold on. I think you can make Agatha Christie ones. Just don't make it with Kenneth Branagh.
Well, dude, because he directs the movie, I'm pretty sure as well.
He directs and stars in them, and I'm sorry, but
Doesn't he also partially write
like
them?
Kenneth Branagh
Mm-mm.
as a director. He's
Yeah.
a fine actor, but so boring. Just nothing interesting.
It's just wide shots and shit.
And
Wide,
Thor
medium,
1, you guys
medium
know
close-ups.
you guys know how I feel about Thor 1. It's
Dutch Angle the movie.
that's Thor 1.
Yeah, that's wild.
How do you do that? Why do you do that?
The
Dutch
whole
angles
movie.
are like the most ugly shots you can do.
Well, dude,
The only
he also
time
made,
the only
like,
time Dutch angles look good is if
Gross.
people are sliding down hills.
But then that's not a Dutch angle. That's just a stationary shot.
I guess it's not. Yeah, I guess technically it's not. Unless I don't know. You could technically do a Dutch angle that way.
It would be almost a Dutch angle if they're coming down at a slant and then you kept it flat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if you tilted it at the same angle as the people, that would just be
No.
the same.
Imagine how a chair moves on a stair set.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it would look.
Yeah.
That's the only like Dutch angle that I don't think would look
I hate
bad.
Dutch angles.
Yeah, they're bad.
actually.
What?
Huh?
You froze.
Yeah, he froze for a second.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, I wasn't really saying anything. All I said was yeah. But I mean, I think you can make good Dutch angle shots. It's just we harp on Thor so much because that's all they did.
Yeah. I don't know. Just
For the
like
most part.
they're also so like they're so uncommon.
They're so uncommon to the point when you see one, you're like, ugh.
Like Jeremy said in class, he's like, if you do it one time, it's probably a mistake. If you do it twice, it's like okay, and 3 times, you're like, okay, you're doing this on purpose. But show me a movie with 3 good Dutch angles. You know what I mean? It's. I feel like it's not possible.
Show me a movie with one good Dutch angle.
Well, at that point, it's probably just a mistake. They didn't mean to do it. Like, what are you doing? This is just
I just want to know who was on the Thor set and didn't tell Kenneth
Dutch Angle.
to stop.
Dutch Angle.
No one did. It was just him and Chris Hemsworth.
We're gonna dye Chris Hemsworth eyebrows blonde so you can't see them on his forehead, and we're gonna put the camera at a 75-degree angle at all times.
I don't know, man. But like, isn't the
Yeah.
entire point of the Dutch angle to make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. It just angers me.
I think it also has to do with the product of the scene because the one thing I can think of when I'm thinking of the Dutch angles in Thor is when he's kind of banishing Thor off of like Asgard. He's like, meh. But that's like the most prominent part, and it's still done poorly. They do a Dutch angle in Stranger Things season 3, I think, where Nancy and Jonathan are talking to their boss, and it slants, actually like fucking forcefully moves, and so you're like, holy shit, this guy is fucking doing whatever that means.
We've been chopping it up about basically nothing for a while. So, Matthew,
Random bullshit.
have you been preparing the game?
Oh yeah, it's done.
No, but
Okay.
we can get back to talking after this. I'm down though. Let's get it.
So the game is like guess the score of the movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
You said
Okay,
score, and I
so-
was like, we're listening to music, bro. God damn it.
This is how we get copyrighted.
So the first movie that I picked is Creed 2. Are we doing audience score, or do you guys want to do the
Audience
let's-
score, I feel like. The critic
Audience
score.
score is the only
critic-
one
I
that
meant-
matters.
I think it's critic score.
Okay.
The audience score, though, okay, that's fine.
If we're
I
doing
think
an
audience score.
yeah.
I'm gonna get an 89.
I was gonna go 84.
And you're wait, are we going within 5 like
Within
percent?
On
5.
Okay.
both ends.
Okay.
83. I know Creed
So
2
you said
wasn't as loved
89,
as
Garrett?
Creed 1.
89,
Yeah.
84, and
I have-
So
83.
89, 84.
I have 94 to
Okay,
90
83.
83.
Garrett gets no points. Ben and Miles both get points. It's an 80 exactly. And if we were
Oof.
doing critic, Miles would have gotten exactly right in 83.
I
Ben
said
would have gotten
83.
it right.
Or yeah.
I know it's not as loved as Creed 1, even though Creed 2 is still
Yeah.
great.
That's crazy as hell.
Okay.
I thought 89 was kind of low for that movie like that.
So are we doing like just 1 point for getting it right?
Yes,
Yes.
and if you get on the dot, you should get another
Okay.
one.
Yes.
Point
Okay.
whatever you want, Matthew.
Okay. So the next movie I picked is one that's a little more loved and older.
Wrong.
Fight Club.
Audience, I want to say like 80, no, not 92.
97.
97. I feel like it's had a lot of time to get ratings, and I feel like
It's
gone
got a
down
lot of
because-
time for people to
Yeah.
talk a lot about that movie.
But I feel like a lot of it's maybe a little bit. I don't know. I want to go low here. I want to say 75.
Are
I
you
know.
dumb? Are you
I love
actually
Are you
Fight
dumb?
Club, but I'm saying that I don't think maybe a lot of people. I get.
Dude, it is the film bro movie.
I
Besides
agree.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That too.
Well, Garrett's off by 20 points.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
I'm glad. I'm just saying, bro. It's been out forever. Maybe someone was like, okay, it's actually
Bonkers.
not that good.
Ben was off by
3.
1 point.
That's what I'm saying. Is it a
What's it,
98?
85?
Ben was off. It's a
95?
96.
96?
All right, it's very well deserving of a 96.
I gave it a 97 myself.
Miles and Ben are both at 2 points so far. Garrett's still at 0.
I'm like that.
Hey, man, I'm shooting for the stars. That's all I'm saying.
The next movie we have is Cabin in the Woods. This is a very random assorted
80.
pick of movies, I know.
I
Cabin in
want
the
to say
Woods, bro?
78. 78.
I feel like that's kind of
Ben, what were
high.
you saying?
I said 84.
I feel like that's so high, bro. I was thinking like 64, but I'm gonna say
Dude, people
gonna
love
say-
Cabin in
I'm
the
gonna say
Woods.
80. I'm gonna say 80. That's my final answer.
Miles is the only one who gets points this time. It's at a 74.
I was off by
really?
1 fucking percentage, man.
What do you mean?
I guessed 80. I was in between 80 and 85 and 75.
Yeah.
But he's been jipping me
So
points,
far.
I think. No, I'm just kidding. My guess is
The score so far is Miles at 3, Ben at 2, Garrett at 0.
Hey, I had one
Damn.
bad guess. All my other ones have been off with 1 or 2
It was a
percentage.
bad guess.
It was not a bad guess. The
it
logic was there, dude.
The logic was not.
Yes, it was, bro.
Not really, Garrett.
This movie's
next
cooked long enough.
movie-
It's sitting at a 70.
I was saying, bro, there's probably plenty of people out there like, okay, Fight Club is really as good as it thinks it is.
That was me for a while.
3%.
and then I watched it.
Exactly, bro.
But I
But then you
didn't
watch
rate
it
it.
and it's better, right? I'm
That's
saying
funny.
it's very good, deserving if it's 90 fucking whatever, bro. But the logic was there.
96.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we have a kind of unknown movie, but some
Average
films
Pretty
people know
Underground.
it. Dread.
Dread?
Dread?
Dread.
With
Oh.
Dread?
Wait,
From
Matthew.
2012.
Okay, go.
Fucking
It's,
54, bro.
Nope, it's at an 82.
Wait.
This is with Carl Urban.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing this is like a 62. That movie was not well received from what I know of.
The movie was very well received.
From what I've heard, it was not.
Ben is kind of right, but he did not get the right score. It is at a 72 for the audience.
I was
score.
10 off,
Dude,
man.
people actually really, it's like a cult classic.
And then it has
2012
an
Dread?
almost an
Yeah,
Yeah.
People.
Damn,
And it has a
there's no
79
way.
from critics.
I'm on a different
I-
side of the internet than you guys are.
Fair fucking Lee, Jesus.
Yeah, I was not expecting this to have that high of a score.
I've never seen
I wasn't
anything on
either.
my fucking
Apparent fucking Lee.
72? 72, bro? That's wild.
Okay. Next up is a Korean movie we watched last year, Train to Busan.
89.
What?
I'm gonna say 86.
Loser.
Train to Busan? I don't even know. I'll say like a 90 on the dot.
Ben gets it right exactly.
I'm just that guy, bro.
What was it?
So
89.
89.
Hey, do
I
I still get
haven't
a
even
point?
seen
I
it.
still get a point though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garrett ends off.
We
So
both get
it
points.
ends off with Garrett with 1 point.
Yeah, I still got a point though.
Ben and Miles tied with
Wait, can we break the tie?
4.
4. Yeah.
Let's break the tie.
Yeah. So yep, I'm about to look up another
Pick
movie.
Toy Story 4, please.
So Garrett, I'm sorry you cannot take place in this.
Pick Toy Story 3. I beg you.
Garrett, congrats, you got 3rd place. You're still on the podium.
Appreciate you.
Better than 4th?
Yeah. At least you didn't get 4th like Matthew.
Fucking loser.
Okay. No, why are all these so recent ones? No.
What do you
Me
mean?
Following Rotten Tomatoes.
No. I'm on their website.
I follow Rotten Tomatoes on Instagram. They
So do
post
I.
about it. But they don't post like I guess they post some stuff like that.
Yo, Miles, I picked up a new comic,
What comic is it?
Devil's Reign.
Sweet.
A little comic segment.
What? That's hilarious.
It's got all the street level boys.
Oh hell yeah.
This is taking forever to load.
Spoilers.
What
Sorry,
is-
boys.
What are you doing?
He can't find one movie.
Well, no, I'm just looking for a random one.
Oh, because there has to be a tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. Ugh.
Dun, dun,
Ah.
dun, 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 dun.
We'll cut this part
Look
out.
Look up the movie Shorts, Matthew.
No, I know what movie you're talking about.
Okay,
Why?
look up the fucking score. It's a
That's
hard one to
gotta
guess.
that's gotta be like a low one.
Gotta get a stinker, huh?
Avatar. Are you picking an older movie, Matthew?
I'm just looking. Give me a minute.
Milo and Otis. If you've seen that movie, you're a real one. What was the what
Son
were
of the
those movies
Mask?
called? What were those movies called? Homeward Bound?
Oh my god.
People love that movie.
Homeward Bound? Cattle what is it? No. Is it
Home on the Range.
Home on the Range?
Holy
Dude, that's so
Yeah. You boys are ready? Miles and Ben, are you
Mhm.
ready? All right. So this next movie is Drive. What score do you think it has?
Wait, the one with Ryan Gosling?
Yes.
Yes.
Shit.
82.
Damn, I was gonna say I was gonna go with 80s.
hey, just because I can, fuck it. 90.
Miles,
Man, dude, was it well received?
what do you think?
Man, that's not very helpful. Fuck it. Let's go at 86.
Neither of us got it.
Ben gets 1 point to break the tie. It is at a 79%.
Damn, I should have gone with my original.
For
one.
real?
Really? I
Ben
mean,
wins
Oh, yeah,
the
you are
game.
right. I was
honestly,
looking
that
at
makes
just Google.
sense.
The critics at a 93. Garrett, if you would have said it, yours would have been the closest
Damn.
93, bro?
for the critics.
Why
yeah.
don't that's crazy. That movie was good as hell. Dude, that scene, bro. Okay,
In the elevator?
has everyone seen Drive?
We all watched it.
Yeah, we watched it together last year.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm talking about the scene in the bathroom. Fucking shoots her face off, bro.
Damn.
Man, I've been there.
She was sick.
Wild.
All right. Is that it for the game?
Yep, that is it for
Benjamin,
the game.
again, you know movies, I guess, and shit.
I'm just
Congrats,
like,
I guess.
I know numbers.
You
I'm
just
You
him,
must know
bro.
movies, you fucking loser.
You got a degree. You
you
graduated.
dumb, you dumbass. Whoop de doo, you know how to like. No, I'm kidding.
Whoop-de fucking do.
Dude, the other
How well
Was it-
received movies were.
like 2 days ago, I was at work, and this guy, he starts talking to me about movies and TV. He's like, yeah, and that's why Wednesday got canceled. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that show bombed hard. And I went,
No, it didn't.
that is one of the most watched shows on Netflix like ever.
It's like the third or fourth most watched show on Netflix.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean. And then he leaves, and I like look to another coworker. I'm like, this man's trying to explain movies to a guy who got a degree in it, and it is not working.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, I have a degree, but like,
No, that is my favorite thing. Is when you can like, oh yeah,
That's it.
literally exactly what you just did. Oh, that's my favorite thing. Like, buddy, actually,
actually,
You're wrong.
I know
Happened in
Miles is
class.
watching actually.
dude, it happened to this person the other day in class, and that shit was hilarious as hell. It wasn't about movies though; it's just about other shit. But he was just getting, he was getting professored pretty hard. Oh,
All
that's
right.
all, folks. Imagine we can get that ending without getting copyrighted.
That's all. folks.
That's all, folks.
Anyway, that was Mario, not Looney Tunes. All right. Thank you for listening or watching whenever you did. Follow us on Instagram at Redlight Pictures, TikTok Redlight Pictures. That's all we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you listen on YouTube, you already know what we are. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.
Later.